do, then I'll just let you come on because it looked like my internet has acquired some more energy, Jimmy. So let me give it a few seconds. Let me see what anybody uh, is live. Yeah, it's live. So testing. Is anybody coming on? Trying to see if it's live. Jimmy, look at your device and see if it's live. Kevin Jones is back. Kevin Jones there. So I know we on Facebook. Let me see. We got Alex Kestro back. Jimmy, you might just try it, Jimmy. Try to call in like you normally do, and let's just see can we wing it from here. If not, because I got a call into the IT department, but we seem to be pretty good. I'm just testing. Hey Tiffany, I'm just testing everybody. Chris Felix, I'm just making sure, before Jimmy, yeah, try to come on back on now, Jim. Let's see, because I'm loud and clear now. But I think when we bring another one on, another person on, I just want to make sure so I can send them the right ticket about what's going on. So Jimmy, can you hear me? If you there, wait a minute. Yeah, the phone hung up. Oh, he's back. He's back. He back. There we go. All right. Let's go. Jimbo. Jimmy, we back, man. Let's just go with it right now. Let's get your news across. Let's go before anything. Come up in the screen a little bit. Let's just shoot it and go. Yeah, just come on. That's all right. Happy birthday, man. It's all good. It's all good. We're going to figure this thing out.
We're going to start this thing all over
again. Just go and
do
your thing. Let's just start it back over.
You guys know.
Yeah.
November 3rd. We're going to get this thing. That way you can see. Let me get you this way. So you see what's in there.
What kind is that, Jimmy? What is that? Is that a Merlot or a Cabernet or a Pinot Noir?
Over sure.
No, I ain't talking. No. I'm talking about what type.
No, it's a red blend.
A red blend. Okay. I like that.
Overture.
Jimmy, I don't think, is that a French one? Is it French? Where it's made at? Is it Jimmy? Probably made in Napa Valley. It's probably made in Napa. So it's not French then. It's Overture.
I guess what? You Google it and you'll see you ain't gonna get that one. You don't get that one looking eye level.
hey man,
you ain't gonna get this bottle. You ain't gonna get this bottle looking down at your shoes. Hey,
you gotta get it. It's in the high shelf.
You gotta look up to find this one right here. Hey, you ain't gonna get that one looking down.
But I did right to go get that bottle in, didn't I?
Yeah, that one ain't gonna be that. That one ain't gonna be at the bottom shelf.
That's locked up in the case.
Go. Hey, ring the bell for assistance on that right there. But as you guys know, today, November 3rd, of course, is my born day, and we're going to start the celebration early because it's also election day.
Yes,
and we're gonna get this thing rocking. If you guys understand. As we waiting on everybody to follow us on into the boom boom room, right. You guys come on in. I'm waiting on some of y'all, and I'm waiting on some of y'all to come on in. Letting you come on in the door. Yeah. Open the door for some of y'all.
Man, and Alex, hey, you see what Alex did already, Jimmy?
And why
he done Google it already, Jimmy. Ain't that something?
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He done Google it. He done put the thing down there. I mean, he done He have even put the link where you can buy it. Oh, Jimmy, that's an Opus One. No, see, I know about.
No. You thought this was some Ripple. You thought this was some Fred Sanford. This ain't no Fred Sanford right here.
But I know you tightened the nuts on the Golden Gate Bridge, so I already know.
Hey, it loosened up on November 3rd, though. It loosened up on November 3rd, boy. Hey, I'm gonna put this one right here.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one right there.
My little old friend.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
This is my stage prop.
That's a good one, man. I like that.
He said. Now, meanwhile, first piece of news: the Houston Rockets.
What they done?
Of course, John Lucas is confirmed. He's going to join us on Thursday.
Okay.
He had to. It was going to be today, but he had to meet. He's
No.
Silas, and they're having their first. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're meeting. They're meeting today. We wanted to make a decision, and you have to realize this takes a toll, because for a moment you have John Lucas enthused and really believing there was a chance, which it was. Now I'm gonna tell you in a minute what happened. That he was could be the head coach of the Houston Rockets. I never asked John, but you can only imagine this would probably been the dream job for him, being he lived in Houston. Two of his three kids graduated from high school in Houston, and this is his home. Give a shout out to John Lucas, because he did let me know his father will turn 100 years old this weekend. And he's got to fly out to Carolina, where his father lives. Father, former administrator in the school districts in Carolina, where John came up. 100 years old, his father. And so you can imagine the toll that, once again, here's what happened with the job, Hatter, and some of the things that we've been fed kibbles and bits along the way.
No, don't do me like that.
What happened?
Jimmy, go back again. We all have good sources. What was you saying?
We all have good sources on the Chop Shop, and we provide you guys intel, especially when it comes to the Clippers and the Rockets. It's 100 proof, 99 proof. You know, at the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So let me take you back now, because a lot of things that we've said were dots. Now let's connect the dots on how this thing came down, how Silas pushed through so hard. And I figured that it was probably was Clubber, and I froze again.
That's all right.
Clubber Lane, and remember, and on the Rocky, it was the Apollo Creed and Clubber Lane. You remember?
Yeah.
When they knocked. Well, here's the thing. Fertitta wanted Van Gundy. Make no mistake about that. He wanted Van Gundy, the dad. Van Gundy, it was his job to turn down. Fertitta wanted Van Gundy, but Fertitta didn't realize what the ask was going to be from Van Gundy. Van Gundy's price exceeded what Fertitta thought Van Gundy would gonna come, because of their relationship. And you figured, I'm gonna come on quick because I'm trying to get you for pennies on the dollar. So I'm gonna come on in. Van Gundy gave him one of those a price tag that was in the range of somewhere between Ty Lue and Doc Rivers. That spooked him away. Meanwhile, the GM, what's the new GM name, Adam? The young fella?
Raphael Stone.
Stone used to work for the law firm that consummated the deal, the sale of the Rockets from the previous owner to Fertitta.
Les Alexander is the previous
owner. This guy, the law firm that he worked, he was the lead on the team, counsel. So he helped with the deal to get Fertitta this deal from what he wanted and all the perks he wanted included in the deal. Stone. So then Fertitta rewards him by bringing him on as an assistant GM. You see?
He was a general counsel too, Jimmy.
General counsel. I'm just saying. So connect the dots. Did Stone wanted John Lucas? See, the meetings are over with now. So it comes out. This ain't no, this is, I'm saying. So Stone wanted John Lucas. That's when people, remember, Lucas became his name was whispered, but once Daryl Morey was gone. Remember, we had that surge when all of a sudden now Luke, everybody.
Who did Morey want? Who did Morey want?
Van Gundy. Van Gundy.
Keep going.
Right?
Keep going.
Now, check this out. We're not done. So how did Silas get into this the serious part of the finalities. The name that you guys hadn't heard about, that everybody in Houston knows has the power and the juice within the Houston Rockets organization, but you hadn't heard his name much at all.
Mm-hmm.
Fertitta's son.
Yes. Yes. Them U's got power. And how? How did he meet Ty? How?
I don't know how they. Well, remember now.
One of them sons got a lot of power.
He met Silas when they brought Silas in for the interview the first
4 years ago.
time a couple of years back.
Mm-hmm.
D'Antoni got the job. The son hit it off with this guy and loves something about Silas. Don't get it twisted. There's more to connect.
Keep going.
He just don't meet.
Okay.
So now everything we know. Now it falls right into those three pegs with the Houston Rockets. Once again, Fertitta, the dad, wanted Van Gundy.
Right.
But he didn't want to pay Van Gundy money. He didn't have no idea that Van Gundy would give him a tag that it was going to be that high. Now, in Wall Street, you got what they call a bid and an ask. He didn't realize that the ask was going to be as high as it was.
But he should have, no, Jimmy, he should have known. But like you said, he thought he would have gave him a discount. Dude, I told you he didn't want, I said they didn't want to spend all that money, but keep going. I said that weeks ago. But keep going.
And so now it understand that GM was very pro John Lucas.
Okay, Raphael Stone.
So you're the GM, but then you just got in, your ink ain't dried on the paperwork yet.
And you don't, really guess what? That. You don't sign the checks, but keep going.
How about this? Another thing that was a dent on Van Gundy. This was to really connect the dot for you, Howard, because I remember something that you said.
What'd I do?
Yeah, I'm going to give you this news.
What'd I do?
Y'all watch how's the reaction when I say this. I have confirmed that Jeff Van Gundy had reached out to James Harden multiple times, and Harden would not return his phone call. Let me look at your reaction. Let me look at you. Let me look up. Look at it. Understand. So now you started connecting the dots. That was a knock on, and still, you understand? The star player on the team. Normally you reach out to him because it's your job. It's your job.
Good. Keep going.
It's yours to turn down, Van Gundy. So you start to reach out to players and to get the pulse. Harden would not return Van Gundy's call multiple times. That was a red flag for Van Gundy.
I love you, James. I love you, James.
That means if the dad, Fertitta, remember, you had already picked sides. Remember, I said Van Gundy and Lucas was splitting this town up, the city of Houston up. We're splitting them up. Because, you realize because think about it like this. I say split it up. This is what I mean. It's almost like the election. It was almost as if when you found somebody black that did not want, that feel that John Lucas, based on the candidates that was there in Houston, if you approach somebody black and they were saying, Van Gundy should get it, then hell, some people that's black, most people that's black had a problem with that. What you mean? Why do you think Van Gundy should get it? And this is what, if Fertitta wanted Lucas, it would have been a done deal because he could have got Lucas at the discount to the dollar. But Luke ain't no fool because Luke realized there's other ways, there's other milk, and there's many other titties on the cow to get it on the back end. Meaning that Luke could sign, after he can put it in on a certain agreement, that I can get a lifetime deal with you. In other words, when I'm done, I'll be I get a position, a counsel, a lifetime job, which theoretically they bring him in, but he's the token, he's the sympathy token that they're bringing in. He's under contract. It's up to him now to take the role on the bench. But then if you're ahead and understand,
is he going to be on the front of the bench this time? Because John was on the back. Okay.
He's on the back. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, though. That's the thing. It's up to John It's up to Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Because understand, and good thing these are two black men. Lucas knew his daddy.
Oh, yes.
Very
Real good.
And in some cases, this young man think that he's you're competing, so to speak, with John Lucas for this job, for this prize. But it wasn't like you were campaigning against John Lucas, because both of them knew that Jeff Van Gundy was the front runner.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
But at the same time, if the young Silas can embrace John during that meeting right now, today, and respect it, like that's when respect comes into play.
Jim, he's a good dude, though. I'm telling you.
I understand. I'm just saying, just and because but the old is going to be a little bit. Sometimes I don't know how much of the agony of the defeat in this race can John Lucas keep concealed during the meeting. With John, it can keep things cordial, but the warmth and the power that and the thing that how it just went down. BJ Johnson's dirt hadn't even hardened over his grave. Mm-hmm. I really believe they could have waited another week, man, before they did this. I really believe they could have and they should have. But at the same time, that's just on this side, on this perch, because it will still hurt. John was right there at the private ceremony. Mm-hmm. And there was a statement that was made. Somebody else explained. I was at the private ceremony. And everybody had some expressions that they made, not everybody, but certain people. And John mentioned something about BJ that really probably pierced the armor of the hearts of a lot of people in that room. And especially in 2020. And I'll just paraphrase it. And here's what he said. He mentioned about Gerson was in the room. He's the general manager of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mm-hmm. Right? He mentioned Gerson. He mentioned a couple other guys that came up through the Rockets organization after BJ brought them in. But BJ was instrumental in bringing them in. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And BJ, these guys advanced, and BJ was still in his same job that he had held for 26 years. And nobody reached out to BJ and give him an advancement. BJ didn't live like you would think that people live. BJ didn't have in his family, didn't live in the crib in the gated community or in the gated with the guard at the door. BJ lived. He
ain't bad now. He wasn't bad now.
No, I wasn't. I'm just saying, but it wasn't like you would. Yeah. It wasn't like you would. He wasn't.
Yeah, but
BJ didn't. So, but he still.
Now, where did this come from, Jimmy? Hold up. Where did this start? Walk me here, because this something I've been feeling for 20-some years, because I've been close to BJ and close to this thing. And you remember I said on this show, because Jimmy, I want you to rehash that. Let me let you rehash yours, because I want you to say, how did it come about to make y'all think about BJ in this situation? Because I missed that part, because I was sharing the show.
Well, about BJ was the fact that I mentioned that they made the announcement only days after BJ's funeral.
Okay, in other words,
within 72 hours. Within 72 hours of his funeral.
Okay.
And then you make this announcement, meaning that after everything that's going on, John Lucas attended the private ceremony.
Jimmy,
Jeff Van Gundy, I didn't see him now.
Jimmy, you remember when I came on the show and I said, no, I text you. I screenshotted something and sent it to you. It said, Tillman Fertitas, it was his condolence to BJ. I did not know him. Y'all listening?
Yeah.
But I heard from what I've read, he is a great guy. Check this out. You are the CEO of a $2 billion franchise. BJ Johnson is one of the most integral parts of your $2 billion baby. Let's say this is your $2 billion car. BJ is the key. If you ain't got the key, you can't start it. And I don't know nothing about the key. Man, that shows terrible, terrible, terrible leadership. How can Daryl Morey said in his tweet, when he came in 14 years ago, BJ was the guy that every decision that he made in 14 years had BJ's imprint on it.
Yeah.
Yo, I go to the combine. BJ is one of the guys that devised the drills and the stuff that the players do in the combine. But for 27 years in the same organization, he's in the same position. We can say, well, maybe he just wanted to be there. We can say he might have didn't want those other responsibilities. He's not here today. I wish I could ask him that today. But I know what you're saying, Jimmy. Think about it. 27 years. Intricate part of this. The key to my Bugatti. And I don't know what the key is and who the key is. I don't know it. Hey, man. Jimmy, you can go back, but I'm just sitting there saying, that's why it's hard for me to cheer for the organization. I always tell you I cheer for who? James Harden, John Lucas. That's why I cheer for these guys. I told y'all I've had the advantage of knowing who's on their executive floor. If you look at Raphael, he was the only one up there. But guess what? Look at Raphael, he looked like he was one of them. If you just walk up there and don't know who he is, he's a light-skinned guy. He got, fair-skinned guy, super fair-skinned guy. So I told y'all the Rockets got one of the most undiverse top front offices in league. So I expect this, Jimmy. I expect it. But guess what? They hired Steven Silas because the son, Jimmy, somebody was telling me this. I watched the son grow up. Son, and then Robert might be a year too older than Robert. And I just watched him grow up, Jimmy, and just watching them interact. Think about it. I know Tillman Fertitta. And he don't know B.J. Johnson? Y'all, that's crazy. No, Maury ain't the part of the problem. How's Maury the part of the problem? Maury not the owner. But go, Jimmy, you can comment if you want to.
Yeah, Maury is gone. And the thing, like I said, when a person is speaking, Lucas spoke those true words.
Hold up.
And
Jimmy, stop, Jim. Look what this guy just said. See, this sometimes think before you put shit on the chop shop. Because I'm going to challenge this mess. Tillman was relatively recently took ownership. His focus is on his restaurants and casino empire. Let me tell you something, Michael Jordan. I don't know how much money you got. But when your ass spend $2 billion on something, your ass better know what it is. Yes, in the future, when you get your $2 billion, if you spend $2 billion on something, sir, I don't care what the hell you got going on. You better know what the hell going on with your $2 million business. Now, Jimmy, keep going.
Yeah, and we're talking about Fertitta. Once again, yes, Fertitta just bought the Rockets in 2017. And don't get it twisted. It's not all on Fertitta as far as him knowing him. He's only been there 3 years. But at the same time, that's 3 years.
Jimmy, have you ever been to when you come to the Rockets game? Okay, all of you people, when you go to the Rockets game, Tillman Fertitta walks up and down and talk to everybody in the building, up and down the row, back row.
At home games, not all the time the scouts are there. Scouts are on the road a lot of times. So a lot of times the scouts aren't there. So guess what? It's very well possible that and Fertitta, don't get twisted, not taking up for his tweet a month ago about BJ, and I really believe it just showed he was telling the truth. He didn't know him like that. And he didn't realize he had went through enough cycles of drafts to realize the power or the potency or the importance of BJ.
I'm not gonna give him that excuse. I'm glad y'all do.
Now,
I'm not giving it to him.
The question is, Les Alexander was preceded him. BJ, the question and the point of emphasis is BJ was never promoted.
Les didn't promote him either.
But Keith was promoted.
Yes, sir.
And Keith is the longtime trainer.
Yes.
So they knew Keith. Keith was, once again, guys, but Keith was the trainer.
But Keith's always there.
He was the ankle taper.
He was the what?
The ankle taper. He was the ankle
taper. In the beginning.
For the Rock.
In the beginning, he was.
Yes.
Not no more.
He was an ankle taper. Guess what? And I'm just talking about, I mentioned Keith because Keith is a black guy. Not to mention other people that came through. Do you guys understand what Gerson did when he first came into the Rockets organization? Gerson came off the streets, was the assistant coach at Westbury Christian basketball team under Greg Glenn.
Wow! Keep going. Preach, Ray.
He was the assistant coach, a volunteer assistant coach who all his daytime job was a representative for New Balance. He drove a truck with a New Balance film around the sides of it all day, giving out product. Well, I got some. That's how we became good because I was in the basketball thing. So he gave me stuff.
To our people, Jimmy, we got some people on here. We got Kim Jackson. We got some young ladies on here. Tell them what he is now.
He's the general manager of the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's the GM of the Timberwolves. And he's the head caller of this upcoming draft. They have the -- 1 pick in the draft and what they're going to do with this draft pick and realize. And then he went, and once again, advancement.
And guess what?
His assistant GM is from Houston, Texas. His mom went to Wheatley High School. His brother is the head coach at Episcopal High School. Mm-hmm. And that's Joe Branch. Mm-hmm. Joe Branch is the assistant GM. Okay. At Minnesota. Guess what? Gerson knew Joe Branch from relationships. Remember, Westbury Christian, at that time, Wayne Jones, the brother as a principal right now, he was a head coach at Straight Jesuit back then. So the private school ranks, Joe B. Joe B went through the ranks. They meet because Joe B got into the representation of business, relationships. But guess what? Joe Branch has got an advancement in the business. He went from beating being a self in the representation business to going from working for one of the top companies. I think P. Diddy's company, if I'm not mistaken. Rock Nation. Rock Nation. Yeah. Rock Nation. And then now you're on that side of the fence, the longevity side of the fence, the guaranteed side of the fence, meaning that if you don't lose your job.
If you don't lose your job. Ain't nothing guaranteed in sports. But
guaranteed if you don't lose your job. You mean there's no commissionary side of the fence. This is guaranteed. Your salary is in ink. My point is, they got advancements. BJ Johnson did not. But BJ, every time.
Hold on, Jimmy. And BJ done forgot more basketball than both of them know.
Man.
But Jimmy, what you say, a closed mouth never get fed.
Yeah, but BJ was so modest, man. Yeah, people would ask him, and that's how John was. And that's why I always tell people, if you want something, let somebody know and be the advocate for you. Jimmy, it's no way because
we got to take a break, Jimmy.
And we know a lot of these guys that are in the same positions that BJ in. We know that.
We got to take a break.
Those guys don't make a lot of money compared to the.
I don't care about how much the money is, Jim. I'm talking about the position of power. But let's take this quick break, and we coming back with this same topic. We coming back with this. Chop Shop, we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day, the Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, along with the birthday man, not the birthday boy, the birthday man, Jim Hicks. Happy birthday, man. And guess what, Jimmy, that video that I just played, let me tell y'all something. That's Future Stars of Houston. It's in Houston now. We're going to be talking about it a lot. In the future stars of Houston. I got another one a little later, so make sure we get a break so we can go. But Jimmy, let's keep going. Let's continue. Oh, you wanna add something to that?
I want to remind you guys, Future Stars of Houston. That's a school that's just opening in the Heights area, and it is going to be a multicultural school that will offer dance, music, art. All gymnastics, circus, the circus,
yes,
what they call those
contortionists, teaching them how to. Yeah,
I mean, understand this thing. We took a tour of there the other day, and it is nothing of its kind.
Never seen that.
It is going to be very good. So right now, if you know someone that specializes in arts, in music, in dance, send us an email, and they are interviewing and hiring instructors for various days of the weeks and various times of the day. This thing, I'm gonna tell you, it's already built.
Jimmy, I think it's not employing. They are bringing in partnerships. They want you to be a partner with them.
You're going to be independent contractors.
Yes. The Juilliard, hold up. He just said the Juilliard of the South. That's a great analogy of it, Michael Jordan. Unbelievable. Juilliard is the dance and art school in New York, the famous that everybody came out of. This is what thank you, Michael Jordan. I'm going to use that one. The Juilliard on the side. Let me put that in my notes.
So, in the next break, we'll tell you something else. Yeah,
we got something else going on.
Another one of our sponsors, and we have a couple of sponsors that we picked up in the past week with the Chop Shop. And make sure, guys, this is a perfect time for you to think about it and put your thinking caps on going into the Christmas holidays or whatever holidays that you may feel obliged to celebrate. Guess what? Going into the new year, you may want to utilize the Chop Shop as a platform to enhance your business or your business base. Do so. If you're interested, send us an email. We will help you guys. Whatever your budget, we have options for you to get about your business. chopshop@gmail.com. How you can put that email address and let it scream across the bottom form. chopshophtx@gmail.com. That is our email box.
You freezing up on me, boss.
To your friend, recirculate the word about the Chop Shop, especially on our new platform right now. And right now, give us a thumbs up. Now we were talking Rockets and the situation of BJ Johnson and Jeff Van Gundy, John Lucas. And if you missed it, trust me, go back after the show, scroll back. Great nuggets. Get it first when it comes to stuff like that about the Chop Shop. We present it to you guys. Also, now as we, you had something else to say on about the topic,
you just made what I would like to in our young kids and our young. If see, Jimmy, and I'm not sad to say, but BJ might have been happy with that position. He loved that position. I'm telling you, he proudly. I don't know how much they were paying him. I didn't go there, but he was a man that was happy with what he was doing. As much as we talk, he never complained about what he was doing. But I just thought, I wish I had said, man, is there anything else in this business that you want to do? And I don't have that time. So if you take out the time to, hey man, to really talk to your friends, man. Talk to them. I mean, just talk to them. I wish I could talk. I went by the place where he had the accident again the other day. I took some people by there. It's just unbelievable. But yes, young kids always be when you're in positions like that. Oh, you want this decision makers to know who you are. You want the decision makers to know who you are. I did that all my career. That's why I can go back to any place, wherever I go, to any arena, because I made sure I knew the people. I played on this golf course, Jimmy, called Extancia in Phoenix, Arizona, Jimmy. I played on it, and I asked some people, I told some people I played on this golf course before. They said, how did you get on that? He said, the elite of the elite of the elite in Phoenix, the only one. Jimmy ain't but 5 rounds a day played on this course. But guess what? I had the big dog. They wanted Penny to pair him with Jason Kidd for Backcourt 2000. I got a chance to play on Pebble Beach. Jason Kidd said, Rob, let's go play Pebble Beach. So I got to know Jerry Colangelo and his son Brian. I talked to those. So when we in positions of power, like what's your man? LeVar Ball came on this show the other day, Jimmy, a month ago, and he said the reason I'm on this show, he said, I'm the boss. He said, don't y'all own that show? He said, yeah. I'm talking to the boss. I said, that's why I can get it done. So always, man, if you're going to be mixed up with something, I saw that in a gangster movie or something. He said, Jimmy, if I'm going to get mixed up with something, I want to be mixed up at the top. So thank you, Herb. Let's break this cycle and think in that, let's go. You want to know the boss. You walk in there like, hey, I'm valuable. You don't have to say it like that, but let the boss know your worth. What they said, Jimmy, somebody was talking about the other day, know your worth and make sure people pay you your worth. But that's it. And Jimmy, we got a new, Jimmy, we're going to have a new sponsor tomorrow for Women Rock Wednesday. I can't wait to share that with y'all. It's a woman going, Women Rock. Hey, let me tell you something. This thing is getting crazy. I love it. But Jimmy, happy birthday again. What else you got, man? Give me. Hey, what about this news? You say you had some breaking news. You had some breaking news today.
I said today or I said yesterday?
Yesterday, you had some breaking news today.
I had some breaking news, but we're going to defer to Thursday. We'll drop one piece tomorrow.
Okay.
And one piece on Thursday.
Okay.
Remember, one piece tomorrow, one piece on Thursday. And we got in Charlotte, speaking of NBA, we're going to talk some amateur sports shortly.
Okay.
Next segment, but right now I got more NBA news. And I found out, remember yesterday I gave you guys a piece and told you I listened to the interview with Michelle Roberts the other day and was connecting dots on the NBA and the possible restart or a possible start of this 2021 season. Well, remember, I gave you guys this last week. The NBA wants to start on December the 22nd, right? The NBPA has made their stance. Remember, they met last week, the other day, on a conference call, Zoom call and whatnot with some of the NBPA. They're not thrilled. Remember, it snuck out first. Danny Green come out, open his mouth first, and then spoke for LeBron, saying LeBron ain't gonna play if they start off. Then it start to simmer all different ways by other guys. Like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna play first couple of games either. So now. The players want to start January the 18th.
Martin Luther King birthday.
Here's the difference between the two, which is 3 weeks gap. It would guarantee, starting in January the 18th, that the NBA season would conflict with the Olympics, projected Olympics. Money.
A lot of money.
The NBA starting on December the 22nd is worth about $500 million to the NBA. Well, to the whole piece, about 249 to 251 million split. That's what it's worth starting on December. However, in the collective bargaining agreement between the players and the owners, the players must have 8 weeks, approximately 8 weeks notice for it returning to action. So this is why you may hear the stories about them running out of time. Because the 8 weeks, if you add up the 8 weeks to, and I haven't done it yet, Hannah. I'm looking at my calendar right now, and I'm looking at the calendar for November. We are November 3rd. November 10th is next Tuesday. That's 1 week. 17th is 2 weeks. 24th is 3 weeks. The 1st of December is 4 weeks. The 8th is 5 weeks. The 15th is 6 weeks. The 22nd is 7 weeks. Remember, they said approximately. That don't mean it has to be 8 weeks. So they're running out of time. They meaning both sides. Michelle Roberts expressed her stance. She's saying, and we mentioned yesterday, when to go back through the numbers, go back and watch the show about what's going on in Europe right now, where all hell is breaking loose with regards to the pandemic. It's almost a total shutdown in Europe. And if that's happening in Europe, New York City just implemented travel restrictions, more travel restrictions for those who are coming into New York City. For most people, you got to pass 2 COVID tests, negatives. So now back to this stuff, the NBA. One thing I mentioned, I hinted on, what the bubble did. Some of the things that they did that they mean the NBA presented in the bubble are going to be the new norm. One is that play-in tournament. That play-in tournament had been talked about since 2018. They finally got a legitimate reason to implement it in the bubble. And guess what? And it was kind of cool. But why do they need to do it? Because that's another way to generate a little piece of revenue, a little mini tournament. And I got some details on how this thing would go in a nutshell. And it says let me see, I'm trying to go through it. I get into it. Back in a nutshell, if the 7 seed and the 8 seed would basically get more luxury of securing their spots than the 9th and the 10th seed. It would be a tournament. In other words, it ain't just like you got to play, meaning that the 7th and the 8th seed can play, and the loser of that will play the winner of the 9th and the 10th seed. So you would get 2 chances to lose it. It's yours to lose. And the thing but anyway, I love that play-in tournament. I liked it because now, but at the same time, it's going to give it a watered down sense, but you have no business being down that low. If you don't want to be in that situation, don't be 7th, don't be 8th. Go on and take care of your business on some of those games. Now it would curb some of the tanking that some teams do when they've already clinched their spots, especially the 4th seed or the 5th seed.
Well, Jimmy,
seed.
some of them teams got to tank. They ain't that good no way. So tanking, they some of them teams, are permanent tankers. The New York Knicks in the lottery every year, so they permanent tankers. But I think it's unique. I mean, it's some stuff that I'm privy to. But I gotta get a little bit more information. I'm gonna let y'all know that's not in the newspaper and not be on ESPN. That I'm explaining just some inner workings that's going on that I'll know a little bit better after a meeting today. So, but and something else in the NBA I wanted to share too, Jimmy. If you weren't finished with that, I was just thinking about how Dr. J is his first time he's ever voting, and he was asked, Jimmy. He said. The guy, the interviewer asked him, "Do you remember the first time you voted?" He said, "Yesterday." He said, "Why is that?" He just said, "I wasn't sure that my vote counted, that an individual vote counted. obviously an endorsement is something people could be inspired by, but support, he said my politics were somewhat limited to that. He said I would try to be an inspiration if I like someone. I didn't go strictly down a party line. I've been to the White House a number of times for a variety of reasons. The voting piece was like, you've been involved, you've been a player, you've been a participant, but you really haven't voted. But now we check that box. And so he was just talking about, it's just unbelievable, man. This man's, twilight of his life. And he just said he never voted. And it's a lot of people like that. And because they just don't understand the process. I found out some numbers yesterday, y'all. 95% of the NFL players, Jimmy, y'all hear this now, are registered to vote. Let me repeat that. 95% of the NFL players this year are registered to vote. And guess what? 85% of them voted early. So guess what? It's just, just think about that. What with the NFL being predominantly black, 75% black, it means a lot of these young guys are saying, hey man, I am going to exercise my right to vote. So it's a unique situation. I just wanted to share that with y'all because, we let me tell you something. Don't nobody have all the answers. You just better hope that whoever one of these days we can get together and get our own candidate. Jimmy, a few years ago, we was talking about doing that. Let's band together. That's the way. Y'all, hey, and let me tell you something. Y'all come up with a good candidate, y'all let us know. Chop Shop, htx@gmail.com. And man, y'all got to understand, we got a lot of more life to live. This election today, Jimmy, what did I say last week? On November the 4th, we still got to work. We got to hold the people who are accountable. If we get that one out, we still got to hold Joe accountable. Hey, don't get it twisted that I've never said Joe is the savior of the world, but we got to hold him accountable. But at least we got a girl that's been to a HBCU, a woman that's been to a HBCU that we could get one of her sisters, one of her sorors can shake her and say, look here, this is what we got to get this done. So we got a lot of work to do, man. And guess what? I'm glad that a lot of us are getting involved in the, Jimmy, some guys were telling me the other day, they are involved in a lot more in the political process because of what they hear us talk about on the Chop Shop. And we don't talk that much. We just talk from our experience. I never forget when Jimmy came to me, man, a couple years back, and said, man, it's the first time, man, I'm able to vote. You couldn't wait. Nigga, you was happy than I can't say that on TV. I can't say, you was happy. You was happy than a guy with a wine glass in his hand on his birthday. You was that happy. So it's let's all together. Let's learn the political process a lot better, so you won't be on Facebook hollering with your crazy friends, those cult leaders. Yeah, November, those cult leaders that you got on your friends, those addicts. That whatever Trump, I never forget, y'all. I told y'all this. Y'all go back and find it. Trump said, he said, I can shoot somebody in Main Street and my supporters gonna still like me. And so if he told y'all, so ain't nothing you can do with your friends, Todd Holmes. Todd Holmes, it's some guys that's on this Facebook feed and doing some stuff. I can't imagine these guys doing it. So I think they're doing it for attention. So that's what I found out, Jimmy. A lot of these people, I'm voting for Trump just so you can say something to them, because ain't nobody really been talking to them because they really not that relevant anymore. So they relevant now. So let's still, Jimmy, let's still encourage people to vote. Last night, I'm in the car. I'm listening to Al Sharpton show. Jimmy, there's a man called in and said, he said, hey, Al, you got to pray for me, Reb. Reb said, why? He said, Reb. He said, man, I'm finna go pick up about 25 young people and take them to get registered right there because they can get registered. He said, I'm finna take them. He said, then I'm going to take them tomorrow. He said, about 20. He said, but wow. He said, they smoke a lot of dope. They're going to be smelling like dope. But y'all pray for me because so if I inhale some of that dope, I'm going to be all right. He said, but I'm going to risk my health because these kids got to get out and vote, man. I said, that was the greatest testimony. Jimmy, the man said, them young kids got in his car and his car smelled just like weed. He said, but it's a unique thing that people in the extent of people are going this year just to get out and exercise their right to vote, man. And I'm just so proud of people like that. You know, I'm just so proud. Y'all might have some stories like that. I don't know. I just had to share that with you. What else you got, Jim?
Yeah, man, that's the thing in regarding the voting. Now, my thing is now it's due day for those who have not voted, who claim you were going to vote, and you've procrastinated possibly to the very last moment.
Yeah, they got time.
This is your time right now.
If Jimmy, if they need a ride, email me.
Guess what? One thing about it, it ain't like the old days. Uh-huh. They got Uber.
Jimmy,
they got Lyft.
Okay.
They got neighbors. People that want to vote.
Okay.
Want to vote.
I thought you said eliminate the excuse.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but the excuse from within first, because that's within. Well, man, I ain't want to get in all that traffic. Guess what? This is pretty much a statewide holiday now. A nationwide holiday for most school districts.
That's right.
Not everybody, but most school districts. Well, put it like this: many school districts don't even have in-person school. It's a teacher's work day, but the students are excused. In some there's both. So that means no school means less traffic on the roads after work. That's what that means. Less traffic, less school traffic, less parents going to pick up kids, because today is a day where you should be able to get to where you need to get to before those polls close. And I'm going to tell you guys, there was a lot of people out there that have been presenting different things. Why would you vote for this guy? Why would you vote for that guy? And the same person. This is when you show the hypocritical beast which dwells within many folk. You would go all out on attack or to seek answers when it comes to why a person wants to vote or why they won't vote for a certain person. But if that same person came back to you on Sunday, and that person happens to be Muslim, and you happen to be Protestant, and they get to questioning you about why you serving or going to this church or serving this God, guess what? Now you feel like you're feeling a whole different kind of way now. But you don't want other people to feel that kind of way. Understand what this thing has done. There are some people in this country that have proven that their morals have shrunk so low to a point that they actually serve the sitting president more so than anything else in the world. Trust me, when he said stand down, if he was to make a calling to a lot of those people, go commit suicide, it would remember the hydro era. What's the medicine? The medicine, the drug. What is, I can't pronounce it. The hydrochloric, whatever it was. When people actually was drinking this stuff, after he insinuated that
Oh,
he
the
drank it.
hydrochloroquine, queen.
Remember
Something.
that?
Yeah.
People actually drunk it and died. This is true.
I didn't keep up with
I ain't
that.
saying people actually drunk it and died. Not to mention the people that drunk it got sick and eventually didn't die, but people actually drunk it. Let me tell you something, guys, today. Today is cool. Tonight, once it gets dark, my thing is if you are licensed to carry, you need to be packing. If you don't need to go out for essential items, you need to stay. You should possibly want to stay at home. Because as the moments gets closer, as each hour surpasses tonight during this election, and the results starts to turn in, certain people are going to feel like they have nothing to live for. They have really truly been led to believe that the world is going to come to an end, all held in a handbasket. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in their actions. And they're getting, remember, when they first came in office, how bold white folk was? They're getting that bold right now again. Now, trust me, they know where to go. They're getting that bold again.
You know what's so good. Yeah, protect yourself, y'all. I said that. I think we talked about a little bit about that yesterday. I told you it's gonna be. I mean, it's some grid, Jimmy. They talking about even sabotaging the grids where you can't even get your money out of the banks. You know, you can't. It's just a whole lot. When you talk to these FBI people, they say, Robert, it's a lot of threats out there. But Darryl Barnes said something. He said, Hatter, this guy who is the county clerk was done a great job with these polling locations. He should.
Oh, I love it.
Jimmy, you remember the first day? You probably wasn't listening, but the day I went and voted that day, and I told y'all I got a history lesson about Chris Hollins. I told you the lady told me about him. He the one came up with the portable voting booths, right? Chris Holland, young guy, right? The young lady, she gave me a whole overview of this guy. Remember, I came on the show, said, y'all, I made history. This is the first time this ever happened, right? So guess what I do today? I called to congratulate Mother Lena McClain for her birthday today, Jimmy. She got the birth. Robert's grandma is the first birth. I guess y'all born on the same day. And you know what she told me? Robert, my little cousin is doing this great work with the county clerk building. I said, what's his name? Chris Holland. It's her cousin. I couldn't. I just called and told her what you call it, happy birthday. And she
remember this young man was part of the High Tower High School.
I didn't know.
That's where he graduated from.
I didn't know.
He graduated with Lanny Smith and Michael Ume, when Greg Wise was the coach over there. Chris Hollins was at High Tower back in 2003.
She didn't tell me. I ain't asked all that. But
so that's one of your. I mentioned that that's one of your favorite schools. So now you really love him. Now you probably go find him a T-shirt and go make it.
Some kid to my son. Hold up, some kid to my son. That predates everything. But you know what? I was thinking about something last night, y'all, and I want y'all to just think about this. Our ancestors, Jimmy, did not just die for us to vote. Okay, they died for us to have something to vote for. Your vote can be powerful if you understand what you're voting for and do so accordingly, and then hold the people who you vote for accountable. I sit there and watch all these people talking about the new normal, both of them bad, the lesser of two evils. I said, let me tell you something. I was born on this. My mama used to always say, Jimmy, used to teach me good, better, and best. Never rest until your good is better and your better is your best. And that's the way I was raised. So all of that old, man, the lesser of two evils and all that, man. We just got to do better and make our better our best. And that's what we got to just start doing. I mean, we got a lot of people on the sideline, Jimmy. But then when this stuff happened, they always whining, always running their mouth. But man, you had an opportunity to step up and make history. You know, we need some more Chris Hollins in this world. I'm glad Jimmy brought that back home to our community. We need some more Chris Hollins. What if this young kid, let me tell you, they were suing him, the county clerk, but he was on the suit, Jimmy.
Yeah,
he was on the suit. So
yeah, that's why he was there yesterday for 4 or 5 hours during the hearing. And I thought the news would have broke while we were on the air, but it didn't break till about maybe 3 o'clock when the news finally came out that it was another victory for I guess the Democrats and for the people. You see, here's the thing, and that's. Try to compare and engage in this stuff without even saying the word Democrat, Republican.
Thank you.
See, once you start saying the white nationalists,
no, you got to say that.
Then that ain't gonna never change. That ain't gonna change.
Yeah, but
they can change their political party tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just like back in the days when they would probably use and say, well, the Ku Klux Klan were Democrats. Yes. Before they got nagged.
Yeah, I got
you. John F. Kennedy,
yeah.
Back when JFK came around doing the civil rights stuff, they switched over and left the Democratic Party, which was really the Republican Party, and went over to the Republican Party. And then so black folks ran from over there and came to the Democratic Party. And that was a flip that people would use for the
Jimmy, it was more, Jimmy, it was some reasons for that. You had to go look at the history. It wasn't just that, it wasn't that easy. It looked like
it wasn't that easy, but eventually over the period of time, they come out the Klan, which is the root of the evil.
Jimmy, do you see
the white nationalists?
Yeah. Do you see the picture behind us? That's a unique picture, Jimmy. That picture, that picture with Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King. I tweeted today, Jimmy. I tweeted, you know, when I tweet something, you know, I said they withstood threats from the Klan. When you talk about these guys who y'all been strapped up to them, these people here received threats from the Klan, surveillance from the FBI, wiretaps on their phone, stabs to the chest. Yeah, Martin Luther King got stabbed, and if they had moved him to 1 inch or left to the right, he would have died immediately. A black lady stabbed him. He was just got up close to him and stabbed him. Threats from the white supremacists back then. And opposition from evangelicals, who supposed evangelicals, those other preachers out there, and they still voted. So we have no excuse, Jimmy. We have no excuse. It's just no. All of this stuff you talking about, Jimmy. Jimmy, we got phone. Martin Luther King them couldn't call on the phone and say, "Hey man, they messing with me over here." If y'all pull up at a voting polling place and y'all don't like the atmosphere, you can call that voting guy, the people who over that thing. They'll get the police right there to you. We got these things at our disposal, so it's no excuse. You ain't got your phone wiretapped. You're following me? So I mean, ain't nobody stab y'all in the chest. We can all man, do our part, man. So, but I'm excited about us. 100 million of us, people vote. I'm talking about all people, 100 million of us. Because all of us, see, Jimmy, what people keep forgetting, you talking about Republican and Democrat, but we still live in a democracy. And Jimmy, and one of the reasons, Jimmy, I was telling y'all last week about my book, how I got convicted about writing a book, because I said I didn't want to be a generational thief. I didn't want to rob the next generation of what I've encountered on this earth. I want to make sure I write it down and have it so the next generation can see. Because when I found out how important writing is, Jimmy, I was reading up and I thought about it, y'all. Most of our history and most of the things we've learned is from dead men. Wow. Go. Some of them books you wrote, you read in college, those guys are dead. Then I looked up democracy and how it was really derived. They told me Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates wrote about democracy 225 or 2,500 years ago. And that same democracy is what we're using in America. So guess what? America is really ruled by dead men. That Constitution, who wrote that Constitution that we're still under, is ruled by dead men. This country is ruled by dead men. So if you got something inside of you, man, that you need to leave for this next generation, don't rob us. Let's not give the graveyard no more of our talents. Let's get them talents out of us. If you got a song, let's sing it. If you got a song to write, if you got a book to write, if you got an invention to invent, if you got a cure for some of these diseases you can't, let's get it out now before you transition to the other side. So everybody else can benefit from it, man. I just had to share that with you because I'm going through that thing right now. Yes, Rick, you're right. Rick, you're absolutely right. 4 of the 5 guys who wrote 4 of the 5 first presidents all were slave owners. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But when you know your history, y'all, you're prone to never, ever let it happen again. So I just hope if it's just one person that said, man, I got to write some of this stuff down that I've been doing. See, to you, Jimmy, what you doing, it ain't history to you because you writing it. You doing it. But y'all know me, I take notes on everything that happened. So when I was talking to the book writer, I know John Newsom, you can use that in your sermon. When I was talking to my ghostwriter the other day, and she saw the notes I had and all the voice, she said, man, he said, because you've recorded your life. So now somebody else gonna so I know y'all got some people out there. I know we got some people out there. Let's not let the cemetery get another deposit of our talents. So Jimmy, what else you got, baby?
Yeah, man. I mean, you guys know, man, you can tell it is November the 3rd indeed. And of course, November the 3rd is not only is it my day, but it is election day, and it is a day that, once again, the celebration is starting early for me. And you know what?
Something wrong with you, man.
2016, I went to sleep late that night and woke up and knew what time it was, and woke up and turned the TV on, and I was paralyzed.
Me too. I fell asleep and woke up.
Dude, I ain't going to sleep tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna be something. You know what? I'm at the bottom of this glass, and we go to commercial, and I drink this.
Let's go. Yeah, we got smoke. We got another break. Let's go. I
gotta switch gears. I'm gonna go. It's my day. I can switch gears.
Yeah, switch gears. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing.
Guess what? In the words of Pimp C, listen about living the dead. Our rules been written by the dead. Here go the rule. Smashed up the gray one and bought me a red.
Ho! Chop, we'll be back in a minute. We ain't finna hear none of that no more.
My name is Laura Jane Jones, and I am so excited to be joining the stage.
Praise this president for being pro-black. Before you praise this president for caring about ethnic communities and marginalized populations, do your homework. Well, some of y'all didn't do your homework. They didn't do their homework. So let me tell you just a little bit of research, not just him personally, but also some of his policies. Perhaps before they went and sat at this table, they should have done their homework. Because if they had done their homework, they would have known that President Trump has ramped up mass incarceration by instructing Attorney General Jeff Sessions to revitalize the war on drugs. They would have known that of the 87 picks for federal judges, 85 have been white and just one has been black and one has been Hispanic. They would have known that President Trump supported the Department of Justice engaging in unlawful voter purges, making it difficult for blacks to go and vote. They would have known that Trump is ending protection for predatory lenders, which disproportionately harm black people. They would have known that he is ignoring the affordable housing crisis by ordering HUD to triple the rents of poor tenants in public housing, which mostly affect black people. Do your homework. They would have known that he...
I got more of him, y'all. I wish I could play him all day long. But Jimmy, welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day to Chop Shop. Jimmy, think about this. Beginning of the show was a little rocky. And guess what? Look what happened. I guess it was just a phase it went through. And that's why people said persevere. Jimmy, what were you saying the other day? You're going to always have problems. Let's be able to solve them. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jimmy, to them, we look like the ducks on top of the water. But they didn't know up under that water, our little feet was going fast as hell up under that water, boy. Our feet so. But what else we got? What else we got to get? This is a special day. This is your birthday.
Also, want to remember as everybody's bringing you back, want to give a shout out to concierge scheduling.
Yes.
Guess what? I'm gonna tell you what happened. I can give a testimony on this.
Yeah.
Right. It was a few months back, and I don't know what had happened, but my ankle had swole up. You know, and I'm like, oh hell, my ankle swung up. I don't remember how it swelled up. So I called I have insurance. Called to try to get an appointment. They couldn't see me. It was like a Thursday. They couldn't see me until like that Monday. I can't wait that long. That's 4 days. I called my people, right?
No, call his name out.
Michael Smith.
Say his name.
Icy Mike. That's what we're gonna call him. Like Icy Hot. We're gonna call him Icy Mike.
Yeah.
I called Icy Mike. Yeah. And Icy Mike, I said, man, what's wrong? I said, man, my old ankle. He said, what, you got the sugars? No, hell no sugars. You know what? You got the gout? No, I ain't got no damn gout. I got a swole ankle. I said, man, I need to go see the doctor, man. No, you got the doctors and everything. He said, man, let me hold on. He said, I'll call you right back. He called me back and had me an appointment scheduled for about 3:15. We got the chop shop
that day. That same day.
That day, he had me an appointment. He say, just go over to there. Your appointment is already set. Here's the address. Go over to the doctor. He say, and he even asked me if I have insurance. I said, I got insurance. Oh, that's better. It don't matter. It don't matter if you had insurance or not. We got your appointment. And guess what? I went in there. They saw me, and it was grooving. Went over I-10 to one of the doctor's offices.
Yeah.
My point is, this is a concierge service. Now Icy Mike has turned this into a business.
Yes.
That he's launching now. Whereas if you have anything wrong, you got insurance, or if you don't have insurance.
Preach, Jimmy.
I don't give a damn what. If you got the gout, the sugars, you got your thermostat low, your blood pressure gonna run up. Your thermostat low. Whatever you got, Icy Mike gonna hook the doctor up and get you plugged in.
Yeah.
Without you going through the rigors of thing. It don't matter.
Jimmy, it was a person told me he got a person in, right, that they didn't think they can get in. Mike got up and was at the operating room at 6 a.m. in the morning to make sure everything was all right, man.
Yeah.
Y'all better write that number down that I'm scrolling across the screen right here. You can call or text Icy Mike. Michael Smith is his real name.
Tell him, hey, man, a concierge service. I can't wait till I get half sick again. I'm gonna just try it. Hey man, I need an appointment. What you can do for me? And you ought to just try it. Call the number, just try him out and see if we shucking and jiving or bull coning with you. Call him and tell him whatever wrong with you. Yeah. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
They do mammograms and everything. Pappygrams, mammograms,
man,
all
stop
type of
it,
grams.
man.
They
stop it.
Hey, even if you don't have insurance,
yes,
they will find a doctor that will see you. So make sure that number at the bottom, the concierge scheduling, right? And
I'm trying to pin it for him, Jimmy.
We'll have more of that coming for you guys in the upcoming days. But this is real talk. This is our people, good people. Ask for Icy Mike when you call. That's what it is. Hell, you went to the door, you knocked 3 times at the bootlegger, you asked for Big Pookie. You went to the bootlegger, you asked for you asked for Miss Thelma. You didn't know the cool cup lady name. What was the cool cup lady name when they were coming up? You didn't know.
Miss Johnson was my cool cup lady. Miss Johnson. She was mean as hell, too. You know her name? Yeah, she was mean as hell.
She took your quarter like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, but she was an evil little old goat. Excuse my language.
So, anyway, speaking of such, and it's funny as hell, and how to just put the number on the Facebook feed. We get it on the YouTube. We got it on the screen for guys in YouTube land. Make sure you share the show if you hadn't done so already. And funny, really thing, shout out to my sister.
What's up, my sister?
And my sister Terry. And just realized.
My girl there.
Terry came down and was diagnosed with the COVID yesterday.
No.
My sister.
That's my
girl. So she's stuck in the house now. Mm-hmm. And the hospital, my sister has respiratory. Is what kind of goes in our family.
Okay.
So she has the respiratory. And they wanted her to come into the hospital after she had been called up with the news that she had a positive. And she turned them down. She said, hell no. Because you know what would have happened if she went to the hospital with a positive COVID test and you have a pre-existing condition? Mm-hmm. They will automatically put you on that, what they call it, the ventilator thing? Mm-hmm. The machine.
Yeah, the breathing machine.
That's automatic. That ain't up for the debate. If you come in the hospital, they got to put you on that thing, and that thing has been the demise of many folk. So my sister Terry, guess what? I'm glad I went out, ran to the store last night, and her machine broke at home. I had to go run to the store, get her another machine, raced out to her house, went and got some food, put it in the bag, tied it up, hit it, ran to the door like it was trick or treat, ran back and hopped in the car, then called up that guy down the street. Hey, check your front door. Got your package over there. But anyway, get well. This stuff
get well.
Hit anybody.
Jimmy, remember I told you about my sister? She was diagnosed, so I wouldn't come out there. She was mad, right? She went back, got her another 2 more tests. Then she called me. You can come out here now. I was negative. They had a false positive on me. You can come out to my house.
And I didn't change glasses, baby. I didn't change glasses.
No, Jimmy, you got water in that one because you don't drink no white. You don't drink no white.
No, it's wet right now. Just hold tight.
As long as it's wet.
I just had the red. You got to do that first. You're a pro.
Get you some water. Okay.
Get the ice melts from. Okay. Watch this. I'll be back in a minute. Watch this.
Oh, Jimmy, I got I got to find your birthday dance. Keep talking. I got to find your birthday dance.
Say, guys.
Keep talking. I'm finding it, y'all. I got to go way back.
Hey, and guess what?
What?
And Michael Smith says, my sister Terry did right. It's 50-50 that you make it back out of that hospital if you go in there and they put that thing on you. What is the respirator?
Okay.
The ventilator, whatever you want to call it. She knew better.
I'm glad she did.
Dude. Now she told me, she say, I can't taste, and I can't smell nothing right now. So what I did, I ordered the prettiest thing on the damn menu at the restaurant I was at, because I said, hell, you can't. I want to make all the stuff that was grilled look pretty with the garlic. I mean, for real, she seriously couldn't taste the smell. So once again, guys, take care of your people. Take care of your neighbors. Remember, this thing, you need enough positive energy to get through these next 24 hours. And that's the thing about this election. There's going to be people on the freeway. There's no way for you to know everybody that's driving on that freeway or on the streets. No way to know what side of the fence they feel on or how they feel in some kind of way.
Jimmy,
but tomorrow is going to be when it's scary.
Jimmy, can we take a quick break? I want just 1 second. I just want. Okay, we back. I had to play that.
Well, since you done went there, I'm gonna go there.
What you got?
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh, what's the XR mean, Rob? I mean, Jimmy, what XR mean? Extra what?
I mean,
extra
rare.
Oh, excuse me.
Look. Extra. It make noise like that when it comes out. Hey, what that glass say? You gotta have a matching glass on your birthday.
Okay.
You gotta. If you ain't got no matching glass,
you ain't doing that.
Let me tell you something, guys.
You ain't doing
that. And your
that.
pinky finger gotta stick out there like that there. If your glass ain't matching and your pinky ain't out there, then you don't know what you're doing.
Hold on, Jimmy.
You gotta get this thing.
Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on 1 sec. Hold on. Hey, y'all, I'm just finding them. I'm finding them, y'all. I'm finding them. Keep going.
Hey, they come part of me tonight, boy.
Hey,
they come part of me tonight.
I ain't messing with you.
Hey, what's in your glass right now? I got it all for y'all right now. I got it all now. Look at it. Look at it. You got look. Pinky, let the pinky go.
Watch this. Watch me.
This how we gonna rock. It's the birthday right here, boy. That's how you do a birthday, man.
I got more.
Hey, November 3rd is y'all day 2. I know how we gonna rock on this thing. Hey, guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
We want to give a shout out to Stacey Houston up there in Dallas.
Yes, sir.
November the 21st. Right? At the Comerica Center up in Dallas.
Hush your mouth.
He's doing the RJ Hampton Challenge, the RJ Challenge. It's going to be a big game on that. Yes. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Keep going. Keep talking. I got something for you.
That Friday night, 4 p.m. It's the 21st of the Saturday. I'm sorry. Saturday, 4 p.m. at the Comerica Center, Lancaster versus Louisville.
Let me see, Jimmy. Jimmy, you talking about this right here. Let me see you talking about this. That's what I do.
What's up, DFW Hoop fans? This is Little Elm's own RJ Hampton. Throughout my years in the DFW, my fans supported me to the fullest. Now it's time for me to give back in a big way. Please join me in hosting the first annual RJ Hampton High School Showcase. A day of competitive teams and players going head to head. Players from all around the state come to DFW and show up who's next up. This event is my way of putting the future of high school basketball on the big stage. November 21st, 2020 will be a day to remember. So stay tuned for social media posts and updates to find out what teams and what players will show up and show out.
Jimmy, hey, that's how we do it. That's how we do it on the Chop Shop, baby. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. RJ Hampton, man. And guess what? He will be November the 18th, 15 days away. And this young man will officially become an NBA player. He will be drafted in the lottery. And guess what? We will find out which team will become a new favorite team of the Chop Shop very soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully, boy, I don't know if it's better for him to go to a small market team or a big market team based on his family, his pops, Rod Hampton. Hey, they like to clamp it.
They came on the Chop Shop, Coach.
Everywhere.
They came on the Chop Shop.
Yeah.
The whole family was on the Chop Shop.
And so shout out, I see my girl Lori Dotson out there, Slim McDaniel out there. They out there, everybody in the Facebook, in the boom boom room, they are checking us out. And of course, Joe Walls says ventilators are prone to cause infections. That was one of the things that contributed to Bernie Mac's passing. Wow. Didn't know that. But anyway, guys, recruiting, I think Thaddeus out of Chicago had sent us something, Hatter.
Jimmy, hold on, Jimmy. His status is unbelievable. But Jimmy, what happened to my young fella, man, who said he going to the draft? Have we heard from him? You remember our young fella who came on the show?
You know what? No, we got to wait till the draft is over.
Okay, no, I'm just talking about have he did it.
Because after it's over, because the thing was, remember, he said he's going to get, remember, I asked him the magic question. He says he's going to get drafted.
Oh, okay, we got to wait. Okay, we got to wait.
Remember,
okay.
I asked him. I said, well, what's the plan? No, it's going to happen.
Okay,
I'm get drafted.
Say no more. We'll wait.
And
we'll wait till after the draft.
We would definitely talk about that topic. And once again, I mentioned Thaddeus Moody about Chicago, and Thaddeus watches us every day from out of Illinois. And there was another article in the Chicago Sun-Times on yesterday about about prospects and offers and why they may not have the offers that they thought they had early on. And this is really important. I'm telling you.
So it's something different that we ain't already said? Or it's just adding on?
Yeah, but it's something else about to come through the pipes. That is, it's already been noted that the Division I players will receive another year of eligibility. Ditto for the junior college players. Now, I spoke with an NAIA college coach this morning, and he informed me that they are expected to announce that all NAIA players will receive another year as well. If this happens, which even is, that's the only way they can keep up. I mean, it makes sense. It's the political right thing to do since everybody else has done it. So that when you can't put money in the way for help, get these guys another year. Well, here's what that does. The class of 2021, it further hinders their opportunities for these Division I scholarships. So guess what happened yesterday? And we've been preaching to guys, preaching over and over. If you have an offer and that's all you have is one offer on the table, maybe two, you need to make your move. Don't be out here bull corning. So two young men on yesterday, Brian Miles, PJ Neal, we mentioned that yesterday. They committed to Prairie View. And which is cool. They didn't wait around. They got it done. And at Legacy High School. Now, meanwhile, Hatter, speaking of Legacy High School, the school went and played a scrimmage game or exhibition, as you would be more suitable to call it. They played an exhibition last night, against a junior college in the Houston area called Lamar State Port Arthur. Right? Doug Jones went to the game, Marcia Sports. That junior college beat Legacy by 30, 87-57. And the junior college is supposed to beat a team of high school players. Supposed to. High school team had nothing to lose, but the magnitude of the players that's on Legacy's team, especially the starting lineup, I'll put it like this. This is not a 4-year school, it's a junior college. That means the players are 1 grade ahead of you and 2 grades ahead of you at the most. I'll give you the same comparison. Remember this summer, there was a young 15 and under team called DOYA that stirred up a bunch of dust during the grassroots season. Their name was Dead on Your Ass. That was the acronym DOYA. They were a spinoff of the Houston Hoops Blue Chips team. Clyde Jackson, if he's out there, that was his program. Well, this team was pretty good, 15U. All 9th graders on the team. They would often play up. Mostly all the time, they played up against 16Us. And then occasionally they would meet up with 17Us. Because there was a couple of 17Us when we said that team beat, and we went off and gave them the business on the chop shop, where I did, for losing to a 15U team. And the thing is this. If you look at a group of high school 12th graders, that's the majority of the rotation for Legacy, or 2021s. If they're playing up against sophomores in junior college, that means they're playing 2 grades up. That's the equivalent of a 15U team playing a 17U team. But this 15U team is composed of this, Howard. You got the number 2 ranked player in the greater Houston area. That's Sir Isaac Heron. Number 6 ranked player.
Wait a minute, Sir Isaac Heron on that team? I forgot all about that. Keep going.
You got the number 6 ranked player, Ashton Smith, who's going to Texas A&M.
Okay.
Right? Ain't a player on that junior college team going to Texas A&M got offered from Texas A&M. They could offer them too, but they don't. So that means the talent level, Buzz could have offered anybody on that team. Nobody has offered from A&M. That's number 2, number 6, number 7, Jalen Gibson, who moved in from Illinois. Right?
I like it.
Number 10, Brian Miles, who committed to Prairie View yesterday. Jonathan Massey, number 11. So that's 5 of the top 11 players in Greater Houston. All 5 of those supposedly have Division I offers on the table. So that means Legacy is the equivalent of a sneaker team, if you want to measure it over. A 15U sneaker team is supposed to lose to a 17U regular team. But that 15U sneaker team has more recruitable student athletes. They're supposed to be competitive against that 17U team. That's regular. Now, if it's a sneaker 17U team, they're supposed to get their heads beat in. So this is the thing, when it's against this Legacy team, we rooting for you guys. You guys can do, if you're listening right now, parents of those players, you're listening right now, here's what's at stake. The future of Greater Houston, non-public high school options is at stake real heavily based on the results that you guys bring this year. I'm gonna tell you, it really is. Because if you're winning, then you get to create an avenue through the country, because they're going to play at least 6 nationally ranked high school teams this season. If Legacy can kick their butts, which guess what? This is no problem. First time, you get everybody's attention, go practice, get it ready, come on back, and let's put it all together. But if
did they compete? I ain't talked to Doug. I mean, what did Doug say? How did they well, you can't compete, you're getting beat by 30.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what? Doug is nice. No, that's just, Doug's his nature. He's not going to.
And he liked those guys. He got an affinity for those guys.
The glass is going to be half full, which it should be. It's an exhibition game. But it was an exhibition game for Legacy. For Lamar State, Port Arthur. Mm-hmm. This was not an exhibition. This was a chance to really make a statement for Legacy.
What was it at?
At Lamar State, Port Arthur. It really was. And those types of opportunities you can't squander. You cannot squander. Too much is invested and expected of you right now. When you rank that high, guess what? You didn't turn them rankings down. That's what comes with it. You got to go out there. We expect you to go and kick butt because you are our highest collective representation of this city. That means all eyes on you. You got to go get it done. And that's called accountability. Ain't nothing bad. We're not whoop. That's accountability. You can't go out there and say, "Oh man, we can play. We gonna be all right." No, we need you to win. We need you to win. Hell, it don't make sense. 87-57, Hatter. 87-57.
And then you said, wait a minute. You said you talk about the starting five, but then you said, Jimmy, really they're six. The top six are Division I guys.
Yeah. PJ Neal he's going to Prairie View. He's a six man.
Yeah.
Put it like this. You think I'm joking? I want you to try to think of any public school. Hell, any school in Texas that the sixth man was a 12th grader and got a Division I scholarship.
Good point.
Immediately. Before his season even started, he was going, because PJ Neal was going to sign his paperwork. So I know it's been done before.
Jimmy, I just saw something. If people don't understand, that's why you play a whole game. B. Scott said it was close at halftime. It was 38-31. That's why we played two halves.
Guess what? Remember Duncanville came to town last month?
Yeah.
Remember Duncanville came to the Super 16?
Yeah.
They played 3 games in Houston.
Yeah.
All 3 games was close at halftime.
That shit don't matter.
Duncanville played Manville. They played Shadow Creek, and they played Cy Creek. All 3 games were within single digits at halftime. And guess what happened? The who in the hell left the gate open, in the words of James Cleveland. That's what happened in the second half. Duncanville opened up a can of whoopers on all 3.
You know what? That's troubling me because that's a lot of talent, Jimmy. And we got to, and you said, I'll never forget when PJ came on the show. You said something key. Man, you got all these dudes. Your ass got to win now. I never forget. I thought it was a little harsh, but it makes sense. You know, we just, you know, and these guys, hold up, these guys been practicing. These guys been working out. These guys didn't have a restriction. Huh?
Probably more than the college team has been working out.
Yes. That's I just want to know somebody who was there. I need somebody to tell me who was there. Why wasn't you up for this game? Are you too? Did they go in there cool? Because, you know, we got some cool ass kids out here now. Did they go in here cool and them grown men said, oh man, man, hey. At halftime, them grown men went in there and said, man, let's go bust their ass. Herb need a point guard. Sure. So a point guard is worth 30 more points. I guess then. Herb, what would the point guard do to curb that 30-point ass whoop? Because I know point guards are valuable. So I get a point guard a 10-point swing defensively. And Jimmy, so I'm just trying to say, what would a point guard do to stop that 30-point onslaught? Help me. Please educate me. I want to see, is anybody got some film of that game? I ain't seen none of that, goddammit, on, excuse me, Lord. I haven't seen none of that. Y'all know I get passionate. I can't have my Houston kid. I like these kids. But we can't, let me tell you something. It's a bullseye on y'all back, man.
It is.
Y'all had unforced turnovers. I don't care. The guys that's there. Jonathan Massey can handle the ball. The dude from Chicago can handle the ball. How in the hell? I've seen these guys. You don't have to be a point guard to be not to turn the damn ball over. Come on, man. No, man. No, we better than that, Legacy. I'm Legacy all the way. I expect more than a third. I can't, because I don't want people like Jimmy telling me I'm wrong when I talk about how good Legacy is. And Jimmy said, but how do they got to win? With all that damn time, they got to win. You just explained something to me. 6 people got Division I. We got a dude going to A&M on that team. His hand should have been orange when he finished of ducking the damn ball, because the rim is orange, in case y'all didn't know. Jimmy, I know Jonathan Massey can play. The kid from Chicago, I know he can play. Ashton, I know he can play. Only person on that team I have not seen play is Sir Isaac. I've never seen him play in person. I've seen a lot of videos, seen a lot of workouts. Yo, we got the. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Go on, Jimmy. Come on.
Now, and here's another thing so you can understand who they were playing against.
Okay.
In this game, they lost by 30.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
They had a young man that played in Houston at Houston Christian High School. He was a senior when Xavier Wheeler was an 11th grader. He was a white kid that played on the off-guard spot that was known for shooting hidden threes. His name was Ty Archibald. He went to Katy High School and transferred over to Houston Christian. Ty Archibald he had no Division I offers coming out of high school, which he still has no Division I offers. Mm-hmm. He went to Trinity Valley Junior College last year. And you can look up the stats, didn't move the needle while he was there. He transferred away and came to Lamar State, Port Arthur. Ty Archibald was ranked number 51 in the class of 2019. That's upon graduating, number 51. Ty Archibald scored 17 points against these boys last night. He's 6'6", not known for his speed at all, known for shooting that ball. He had, I think, 5 threes. So that means you couldn't. The other guard from Lamar State Port Arthur had 31 points. That's 49 points between those two players. That means you couldn't defend the perimeter. I wasn't even there. I understand how to read between stats. If 2 guards had 49 points, that means, and guess what? And you got outscored from three-point land by 51 points. It's not a bad thing. It's just that I'm trying to stir up the fire inside of the players. And sometimes when grown-ups, when you hear me, because I'm going to be doing a whole lot right now. First, I had 1 pun. Remember in chess? You know, I had 1 good pun. And that was Big Doug. Well, I got 2 puns now. Got Big Doug and Jeffrey Day. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be on different people. Accountability, I'm going to be extending it and reminding everybody on a daily basis. Because guess what? Good cop, bad cop. I understand. Y'all going to love Doug, you love Jeffrey Day, and you can hate me for the moment. But it don't have to be hate me. I'm not hating your kids. I'm not hating you guys. I'm applying accountability.
And Jimmy,
so that means if it's expected, the higher they're ranked, the more is expected of them. And this ain't a legacy thing no more. This is an announcement and a warning to everybody out there. If you're ranked high, that's why one of the reasons we're gonna do these rankings every damn month. Now you see Ashley Jones wonder why.
Jimmy, this is what got me. When you're ranking them high, hey. But when you give criticism, y'all, they just kids. I just saw that from somebody a minute. Wait a minute, hold on. Who said that? Mr. Bugs. say, man, cut it out. They kids. But when you rank them high, when you rank them high, y'all all on posting everything. But let me tell you something, man. To whom much is given, much is required. When you get a lot, it's a lot expected of you. If we didn't know their names, if they wasn't highly touted, we probably wouldn't be talking about them. So you can't have both sides of it. You can't, Mr. Bugs, you just can't have both sides of it, sir. You're retweeting and sending videos when they're in them videos. But these guys, if you listen to them, these guys are 2021 guys that are expected next year to go to college. They got to play against these type of guys. I still don't think they heard me. In just a short few months, you're going to have to be competing with these guys to play. So, of course, nobody can know. We just telling you what happened. Excuse me. We didn't manufacture the 30-point loss. We just reporting what happened. And y'all got to get an understanding, man. I was harder on my son than anybody. We can't keep babying them now. My son tell me right now, I am exceeding in the business world because of the principles you instilled in me. Talking about they not old enough to get a girlfriend. Yeah, okay. You don't know what they doing. Hey,
and
you don't know.
Out to Coach,
you don't know what they're doing.
Coach, yeah, you absolutely don't know what they're doing.
What Coach Duff was saying.
Coach, understand something.
What Coach Duff was
saying. Guys. The players that we just named, we only named 6 of the legacy players.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All 6 of those that were named are 12th graders.
Wow. They got girlfriends, sir. The accountability goes on the 12th graders. Yeah.
That's why I try to steer from saying the whole collective team, but I know we need to win. But the 12th graders.
Yeah.
You're not understanding. If you got 6 12th graders and they all got Division I offers.
Duh.
You're playing against junior college guys that all of them don't have Division I offers. The playing field is a little bit level than you might want to twist it to be in. Because college coaches knows prospects. They're bringing them in to bring them in next year. Whether it be junior college or high school, they're all competing for the same of the 13 slots. You guys got to listen to me on this stuff.
Jimmy, I think some people, most of the people I think know are listening. This stuff is real, man. Mr. Bugs, this stuff is real. If you plan on playing college basketball in this climate, man, you got to be a dog, man. You can't let no guard score 30-some points on you. I don't care how hungry his ass is. His ass wasn't going to eat that night because guess what? Okay. What JUCO guys are usually a little bit more hungry. So you mean that night I supposed to go hungry because no. No, sir, Jonathan Griffin. I'm not going hungry. I don't care who it is. I never forget Michael Jordan went to Memphis. And them dudes in Memphis playing with them guys, them dudes talking to him crazy as hell. He said, man, them dudes down there crazy. I thought Chicago was crazy. The dudes don't care. So, our kids got to be respectful, but in that basketball, in that 94 feet, man, I don't care who this dude is. I got some Nikes. I got some teammates. Man, hey, homeboy, we got to get a stop. We got to get it under 30. Another stop. Man, we got to get this thing down to 25. That's the attitude. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but that's the kind of attitude you got to have. You can't have that kind of attitude. They're just kids. Well, let their ass go play golf. They got to put a tennis rackets in their hand. Because this game right here is no boys allowed. NBA,
Yeah.
no boys allowed. NCAA, no boys allowed. Okay, now Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and here's the thing that's funny, and you have to understand accountability. That's why you see, in understanding where I'm coming from, guys, for those that don't, is that when it comes to in Houston, that's one thing. But when any of our teams go outside, even though Lamar State Pro is actually in Port Arthur, but when you leave and have to get on the road, there's a level of expectations for us representing where you're from. Now, I understand that things they got to change. Guess what? This is like I say, they might charge this as an exhibition game. No, it wasn't for you. Put it like this. What if Legacy had won the game 87-57? What if they had won? What would they have wanted me to be talking about right now? You see what I'm getting at? So this is my point.
Right.
If you want me to talk about you when you win 87-57 against some superior, supposed superior athletes, then guess what? You got to take the like Denzel Washington said in that movie. You got to take the hits with the misses. And that's all I'm saying now. You got to, and guess what? We're not throwing the tent in on Legacy, but the thing is, there are people that are calling college coaches at the Power 5 level right now today. I had a coach call me from the SEC this morning, ask me about a kid on Legacy team. And know what I said to that coach? I'm gonna tell you what school. I tell you what I tell that coach. True stuff. I told that coach, he's a good talent, but I would strongly encourage you. Here's the phone number to the head coach at Lamar State Port Arthur. You follow me? And it's in my phone. I'm scrolling up through my phone, looking up.
And I'm help you, Jimmy. My favorite coach just said.
Madison.
Hold on. I'll put it on there. My favorite coach just said you can have excuses or results, but you can't have both of them. Thank you, coach. Thank you, coach. But keep
and
going,
that's from a high school coach, right?
Yes.
So we'll go to another coach that's part of that same fraternity.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. The same fraternity. Mm-hmm. And that's Jimmy Duffer.
Yes, sir.
Who's also Stephen Woods made to the state tournament this past season.
Yes, sir.
At High Top.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy Duffer made it to the state tournament
several times
and won it in 2004 at Milby with a McDonald's All-American and with multiple Division I players on the team.
I went back and found it.
Right?
Yeah.
He says, please hold the kids and the coaches accountable. If you lay an egg, you lay an egg. Get better. Damn it. You guys are reading it right there.
Yeah.
I mean, and guess what? So this is all I'm saying. My thing is, sometimes when I'm talking like this, certain grown folk who really don't care much for me would try to make the kid and his parents think that I'm shooting a slug at them.
I got you.
Directly, like it's personal.
I got you.
And then in the context from which it's presented, the text is going, the tweets and the text messages going all the time. Hey, Hicks talking about your son right now. Mm-hmm. Think about how that sounds. He's talking good. He's talking about your son right now. I don't know why he's talking about a kid right now. You know, that's what I be talking about. So now a parent comes on the Chop Shop. They're watching right now. They don't touch the button, so you don't know that they're watching right now. There's hundreds of people that's watching the Chop Shop every single day that you don't see on the feed because they know, and we know. It's okay. And many of those are college coaches. So because they don't want some of the people to know, don't want some of the parents to be engaging with them and interacting with them and all that right there. So I understand it. College coaches from all over the country. I promise you, they watching the Chop Shop right now. But my thing is, if I'm talking and a grown person and I'm talking and if you can really believe and understand, listen to me, I'm not talking from a form of hatred or ain't. I'm talking from a form of love. I love my city, especially when my city leave my city. Mm-hmm. I need you to win because you done led me to believe you done went and plucked the best talent from our city to form a super team. What the hell we expect for super teams to do? Be the 8th seed in the playoffs? That ain't what super teams do. We expect for you to win. We expect for you to expect to win. I don't give a damn who you playing against. That's what the thing. That's the thing. You're not going to win them all. But I expect for you to come out and expect to kick some ass. Because now, what happens? It goes back to the point where people around the country, when I talked to Ronnie Flores with Ball is Life, they released his Fab 50 rankings last week, and Legacy is not on there, but the Duncanville and Shadow Creek are the only 2 teams from Texas in the top 50 in the country. When I'm telling Ronnie, hey man, Legacy need to be on there. I told him, Ronnie, he texted me last night. Hicks, I'm sorry. Say, Ronnie, you made an error. Shadow Creek ain't 5A no more. You got to correct that. Hicks, you're right. I got that. I'm sorry. Thanks, my brother. That's relationships. But at the same time, Ronnie, you're missing on Legacy. See, I'm going to hold you accountable when I got to put your name out there to the country, and I'm trying to fight my ass off to prove that you're one of the top, not just 50 teams in the country. I'm saying you're one of the top 25 teams in the country. Beforehand. So guess what? That's where accountability comes from. Because know what happens? Every time they lose, a guy like Ryan texts me back, Hicks, what happened to your school down there in Houston? That old Legacy school. You told me they was top shelf. They is top shelf, Ronnie. They played it. Now I got to make the spin. Well, the team hit 51 points from 3-point land. The team did this. But then while I'm padding it up so they can live to see another day. That's what you do when you're the not the spokesperson, but part of the campaign. When they go out there, we all are rooting for Legacy. But if Legacy don't win, then Houston loses on the national scale. This ain't got nothing to do with local.
I got you. I'm with you.
So that's the thing on that. We closed the book on that one. And shout out to Nissaville and join us for my birthday. And Nissa up in the building. Hey, Nissa, you missed this. Guess what? For those that just tuned in, this is November 3rd. This is my day. On my day, I put different stuff in my glass.
Dude, you over there mixing liquors. I thought it's a wonder you ain't had to get up in the restroom.
Get what? Hey, Hannah, I got something for you.
I got something for you. You got that? Let me see what you got.
This your favorite.
Yes, sir.
What that's called, baby? What that's called?
No, Jimmy. Verve Clicquot. Over here they call it Voo. It's Verve.
Say, I got this.
Verve Clicquot.
Hey,
man. Hey.
Hold on. This is the good stuff. All my Scotch drinkers out there. All my Scotch guys. I got a couple of shots left in here. Scotch guys. Go look that one up. Hey, all my ladies.
I can drink with you now.
All my ladies that want the light skin stuff. Here y'all go.
Ooh.
This is that new stuff.
White grape.
That new stuff. This that white grape.
Ooh.
That white grape. New stuff. I got that for you too.
Hush
I just getting started. I got so much stuff over in the we go. It's going down on November 3rd. This is the pre-celebration part. Kenneth Gamble. Boy, you better come on off Homestead and come get with me. You better get your cup ready. What's in your cup right now, baby? Hey, but in all truth, guys, we got big news coming up on Thursday.
Okay.
We may have a double shot joining us on Thursday as well. John Lewis is expected to join us on Thursday. On tomorrow, we got a special guest coming with us. One of our new and it's going to the room. Guess what? The chop shop going to smell good tomorrow. So she's going to join us tomorrow, and that's going to be great. Check out some of your comments. B Scott said History mixing light and dark. No, B Scott, I didn't drink the light. I'm going dark all through the day. I drank a little glass of red.
Red. No, Jimmy. You brought some blend. Opus 1 blend. Yeah. Now keep going.
From the good grapes. That's the good grape. Good grape. That's some grapes they step on with the shoes on. That's good grapes.
No, not with the shoes on, Jimmy. You can't do it with the shoes on. You got to do it with your feet. Can't do it with the shoes on. They won't let you get in that bag.
I said with the shoes off.
Okay. I thought you said with your shoes on. My bad. Okay.
And
what else happened?
Here we all go.
Yeah, he got a blend.
I'm reading something.
A red blend.
And Kenneth Gamble, you don't know. He said it's not easy to coach talent. You better know what you're doing, especially if you have a short period of time to develop chemistry. And it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. No, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right.
This is the worst. That team of junior college guys, remember, their bodies are developed more.
Yeah.
We understand that.
Yeah.
They have put more of an emphasis on weight. A lot of those guys, we mentioned 1 to 2 years older, but in some cases, I don't ever went to their roster, may even be 3 years older, 3 grades over, because you could have a red shirt in junior college and they'd be playing their last year. Guess what, though? It's still, I'm talking about the recruitability. So that's the issue on that leader. Let that thing rest. Legacy knows, PJ Kunznard knows we're down with them, but at the same time, don't make the kids and their parents believe that we are this is a blatant direct attack.
Nah.
This is an attack on them as a unit, collectively. Because guess how they're going to have to win ball games? As a unit. Collectively.
Yeah. And
no matter how you sit there and morph that thing. And the thing is, to some of these guys out there, stop over promoting so many of these players to the schools. Like I mentioned earlier, a Power 5 school called me this morning asking about one of those players. And I said, Coach, I like him. He's good. But here's a number to the coach at Lamar State, Port Arthur. They just played them last night. Call the head coach and ask them for an eval.
Okay.
That would be more professional. And that's what I do. That's a smart. If you think that ain't the right thing to do,
man, come on.
Then that means now somehow you missing this business. How I go.
Jimmy,
because
some
kids get better, some kids don't.
We can't get off. Chris Felix committed to Air Force yesterday, Jimmy.
Shout out to Chris Felix, man.
Chris Felix, man. That's my man. Yeah.
Chris Felix, that's another commitment.
Yes.
And Chris Felix is he's committed to Air Force.
Yes.
And however, and let it be known, it's the Air Force prep. But still, it's one of those, that's a school as most people, now they have taken kids that have went straight to the 4-year program.
Yeah.
They have done so. We've heard a couple of them from Houston. I know 2 for sure. I know Ella Ellis was one of them back in the days from out of Westfield High School. And I think another young man from out of the Katy ISD district had one. I can't think of his name. And he went there and excelled. But Chris Felix is going to go to the prep school for 1 year. And most players from the prep will know their fate after 1 year doing that. That means now they can go in and proceed into the military with 1 year under their belt, or they can go to the Air Force Elite Division I program, whereas they can go and they can finish their careers and still decide what they want to do afterwards in regards to their service for our country. I like this move for Chris Felix. He's about 6'3". He started his high school career at High Tower.
High Tower. Wait. Hold up. Put some emphasis on that High Tower when you say it. He started his career out where? The Mighty Hurricanes. Okay, keep going. Lord. Okay. So
their mascot is not the Mighty Hurricane.
Well, to me, Me. Me.
And Chris Felix, right now, guys, he's ranked number 21 in the Greater Houston on the RCS Sports rankings. He's I love his mid-range game. He's fluid. Think about it. And one thing about him, the thing with Chris at first, the expectations were a little higher, and he's been pretty consistent over the past 2 years. Just the thing is, everybody that's ranked high as a 9th or a 10th grader, the whole city thinks that they're going to the Power 5 schools.
Right.
And sometimes some planes have to level off. He picked a school based on his demeanor. I love that pick for him.
I got a question. Where do they go first? What city? What city is the prep?
Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs.
It's beautiful out there. Oh, I've been there before. Oh my God. I got to show y'all. I got a picture of me out there. Yes. Great country. Hey, be ready to get acclimated to that. I think what 10,000 feet above sea level. Jimmy, the air's thin up there. But when I went up there to play, it's rough.
But
you'll get accustomed.
He's on the prep team.
Yeah.
I put my right pocket on Chris Felix amongst another group of same grade kids. There's no 14th graders on the prep school team. They're all 13th graders. Chris Felix will play on that prep school team.
Yeah.
Now, what he does after that, don't translate over to make. Put it like this: all Division I players get another year. So there are players on the prep school team this year that's about to start at Air Force that may be the starters or the leading scorers. There may not be any room for you on that 4-year program. What are you gonna do? Just say you all in your military commitment. You know that when people that go to Air Force or to the Army and play on those prep teams, they know what they're signing up for. They're signing up for a 40-year plan. The GI Bill comes with that. They're signing up for the plan. So that's why I'm saying I really like that move from Chris Felix. You know what it does also? It takes the pressure off of this young man from thinking that he has to chase a Division I scholarship, which was his total dream. It puts him halfway there because now all he has to do, he's on the team of preps players. All he got to do is excel and play hard and shine amongst those prep teams, and they would make a spot for him. He has no problem being that grimy guy, being that role guy that can get it done, that can guard 2-3 players on the court. I like that. Really do. I really do. And Rod Wells, you say Hicks will legacy play into these highly ranked teams this year. They're going to play 6 ranked teams, Rod Wells, 6 of them. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but they're going to play 6. They're going to play Duncanville on December the 4th at home. I do know that. We're talking about nationally ranked teams. So, yes, Legacy will have plenty of chances. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm getting on them so hard right now. They will have plenty of opportunities to show and prove their medal on a national scale. And so that's the thing.
Jimmy, I remember, what about, I know we can end it, but I want to talk about those armed forces commitments. Because usually they come with you. You got to do some service. I don't know if that's true with the some service in that Air Force or some service in the Air Force after you complete your degree. So I don't know exactly what, because I remember they were trying to recruit Robert, and Robert said, I ain't going no damn army. He said, I'm not going no Air Force. I'm not going no army. So it's a commitment you have to make, I guess, to the armed services also when you go to those schools.
And remember, it happened to David Robinson back in the days, the admiral.
And guess how he got out of it, Jimmy? He was too tall to fly in the jets, so he got out of it. He couldn't
They
fit in
found
the jet.
him.
That's
Trust
how he
me,
got
somebody did some money changed hands somewhere else too.
Yeah.
Now you can best believe somebody had over meat in the envelope past the dinner table to ease that thought. Because remember, they were going to force him to go and serve his commitment to the armed forces.
Yeah, 5 years. Yeah,
David Robinson.
Yeah, he said it. Yeah, I remember they come to me. He said, "Dad, hey." I said, "Dude, they like you, man. It's a great school. It's a great academic school." He said, "Man, I ain't going to army now. Ain't going to army now." But it's crazy, man. It's just, man, I just love seeing stuff like this. It's kind of stuff just make me proud. Cause guess what, Jimmy, this is the kind of guy he's running his own race. He's going his own path and unique path. Shout out to Chris Philly. Thank Pop for letting us know, man. I know I mentioned you on Facebook, but I'm glad we can talk about him on Chop Shop, because y'all got to realize I went back, Jimmy, and went back to our old page trying to contact people who don't know we on this channel yet, and it's some people that's been on this Chop Shop feed for a long time. People like Chris Felix, Todd Holmes, and guys like that. They 3 or 4 years they have been followers and supporters of this Chop Shop, man. Today, I'd like to say, I just sit there and saw a lot of y'all's names that I still see now. I went back to all way back, and it's amazing that y'all, just stuck with us this long through, through even the day, Jimmy. Just think about it today. Look how the show is now. And I guess it has something to do with the internet that we cannot control. We cannot control the surges, especially these time of days, because a lot of people are doing stuff. A lot of people at home. Didn't you say, Jimmy, that a lot of people are off today? So if they on Zoom calls or they doing something, this is just so much bandwidth can get up to the tower. So, but thank you, Derek Johnson and all of you people. Lil Rick, I remember Lil Rick from a long time ago. I mean, I'm just reminiscing right now, man, because I really appreciate y'all. I don't have to agree with you, but I really appreciate it. A lot of y'all used to call in to the show. Mr. Katie, people used to wait. When Mr. Katie used to call the show, I used to, a long time ago, I had a bell. If y'all don't remember that, I had a bell that I hit the bell if Mr. Katie go too long. Everybody tell me hit the bell. So we've been through this Chop Shop has morphed and pivoted into something that just much bigger than I've ever expected. And it's all because of y'all, man. And I thank y'all so much. I thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. So, Jimmy, what we got?
Yeah, man. And I'm just looking. Thank you guys for keeping the Boom Boom Room lit as you did on this November 3rd.
Yeah.
Which, in case you didn't miss it, guess what?
Jimmy.
November 3rd, I got the sign on this one.
Happy birthday,
my
brother.
day.
Happy birthday.
My day, my glass. And
happy birthday again, brother. I mean, it's just good, man. We get a chance to share and talk about our birthdays right here on the show. And, I'll sneak and go, hey, Jimmy, by July, I hope we're able to, man, for my birthday, we're going to do something this time. Because I usually be going out of town. We're going to do something. Jimmy, I know what we're going to do. I got the spot. Jimmy, that Future Stars of Houston is a great event place, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. But we'll talk about that in the future.
We might mess around and do a New Year's Eve party at that joint.
Hey, social distancing. And guess what, Jimmy? The ceiling's so high, hold on, that the infectious disease inspector came over and said this place is so ventilated, it's not bad. You can have a certain amount of paper. Jimmy, that's what we might do, man. We're gonna mask anyway, so mask up. That's good.
Hey,
that's good.
I got a DJ. They got a DJ booth inside the school.
Oh my God! Is that
with a dance floor?
Dude,
boy, I can do my dance on that day, boy. Yes.
And Jimmy, hey, y'all, when I walk in there, y'all, me being a lover of music, I went straight to the piano and straight to the drum set, start playing the drums. I mean, they got 3 drum sets in there, Jimmy. Brand new. I went into playing the drums, they got some electric drum set. Man, this the future stars of Houston. Let me tell y'all something. It's an amazing, amazing venue. You can have a party there. You can have your gatherings there. You can have your red carpet events there. It's just unbelievable that the things that we are allowing and having in Houston. Whenever this COVID just clears up, Houston is going to be on, baby. It's going to be on. But Jimmy, what is it time? Yeah, it's time to yabba dabba do. I was supposed to be on the golf course, Jimmy. What else you got? I had a 1:30 tea time. But for your birthday, guess what I told them folks? I'll meet y'all out there. I'm hanging around with Jimbo today for a few minutes. But
hey, man, that's pretty much it right now, man. And guess what? Hey, man, today's election day, and the polls, guess what? Doesn't close to 8 p.m. in the great state of Texas. So if you had not got there and vote, do yourself due diligence and exercise your right to do so. There are dozens of locations around that are open and avenues to vote in person today around Harris County. Dozens. And everybody is not as fortunate as such. Guess what? Also, make sure, guys, as we wake up tomorrow for tomorrow's show.
Keep on going, Jim. Come on, Jimmy.
There you go. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey. You gotta, let me stick that prank out there.
Hey. Yeah. Hey.
You get that funk, get that bass, make it smell something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, y'all know it's about that time, baby. It's my day, baby. It's time for me to slide down Dino's back. Y'all would never do this thing for this November 3rd. Hey, whatever you have in your cup, you guys be safe tonight. Be consciously aware of your surroundings, because everybody is not going to be celebrating and feeling like you will be once you get this evening. Make sure you wake up in the morning. Be sure, be careful to drive with caution. There will be people out there with intent to create ill will towards a lot of people in the morning when they wake up. Be safe, guys. If you have a permit, pack your heater and burn somebody's ass up if they got there. They want to get there. That's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But meanwhile, be smart. Don't go out your way to go and fall and become vigilante or whatnot. Be smart, be safe, protect your own house, your family, your community. Guess what? And in the morning, there might be a lot of people in denial. Might be a new president.
Burn their ass up.
Y'all might be dancing in the morning. Anyway, see you guys later on. Hey, you might get on. I might get a sneak peek of with you guys tonight. Let you guys know that if I decide to do my dance, you guys keep your alerts on the Chop Shop. Make sure you like our Facebook page. Give us a thumbs up on the YouTube page, and we'll see you guys on tomorrow, Women Rock Wednesday. Peace. For Robert Haller, Jim Hicks, Chop Shop. I'm up out of here.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop.